These women are infuriating. Okay, no! This is the first thing we don't... Ah!
Lives in a monochrome world, working from the side through her lonely eyes. It reflects the ocean and stars, but her cry echoes around the simple loss of love in her heart, making this whole fairy tale alive. Within sorrow's tender embrace, this was never meant to happen. The day, the only reason you have to stay. Hear me sing my song and just keep holding on. Cinderella, why don't you stay with me tonight? We will dance until midnight comes and we could run away. Oh, we will never ever be apart. Set aside all your fears, this magic lives inside of us. I am here, would you wanna stay with me tonight? Follow me, we will run across the bridge of fantasy. All the pain and sadness that you feel, believe in me, hold me close, don't ever let me go. Come and stay with me forever. Magic lives so long as I am here.
Sup guys, my name's Jack Neal and welcome back to Cinderella Phenomena. So last where we left off, we finished Fritz's route. I had time to recover. I'm okay now. But finally, we move on to Rumpel's route, and I am so excited because it's the first time in a while that we're actually going to play something hopefully calming, and I just cannot wait to hear more of Rumpel's flirting and teasing. Honestly, even if he does flirt and he's like, okay, please stop, you're making a fool of yourself, it actually makes me pretty upbeat and happy, honestly. Because to me, like, people flirting is like, they're trying to hook up and stuff, but, you know, they just do it for fun or whatever, but I think it'll make me happy. So, I'm gonna go and do the choices for Rumpel before we actually choose his route. There's only one choice, I believe, for him. Oh god, I can't wait to see your reactions for when we throw the tray. Because we have to be like, can we throw the tray at him, please? And then you gain a point from that. I said that before when we were playing, when I was aiming for Karma's route. So, that's gonna be fun to watch. Anyway, let's get right to it. Oh, Delora! I'm so glad! Oh my god, the relief, I just see Delora, it just makes me, I'm so happy you're here. Just, Delora! I wanna hug you! Okay, sorry for that, moving on. Parfait, I'm like so happy. You're okay. Please stay that way. Oh god. Gerlin! Oh god! I'm so happy right now. I just want to hug everybody who died. Except Hilda. She can go burn and die in a hole. God. I'm sorry. I just had to kind of like recuperate and see their faces again. I'm like, they're alive. Thank you. Alright, for real. Moving on right now. Alright then. Let's throw the tray at him. Can I throw the tray at him? I'm tempted to let you. Feisty as well. Oh, be still, my beating heart. Huh? That can disappoint, you see? You see it with your own two eyes. You. Oh, he's awake. Oh, God. Okay, now we can, I guess we can skip. Another lovely lady has entered my chambers. I don't think my heart can handle the perfection of 3 of you at once. You Parfait's like, what? I think I know how Casanova here got those head injuries. Some old lady decided she'd had enough of his rubbish and wanted to punish him. Oh, Delora, I miss you so much with your rude remarks and everything. Alright. Okay, we're gonna fast forward now because we chose the choice and we know what happens here. Okay, so most of you probably know, but I'll sum it up later when we go to choose him. Be right back. Oh, I totally forgot about this. Well, we're gonna ask, since this is Rumpel's route, we're asking Rumpel for help. I suppose I can ask Rumpel. Enough girls seem to like him, so he might have sound advice. I find Rumpel in between his orders and pull him aside. He looks oddly relieved. Hi. Ah, Princess, you saved me. Saved you? For my highness overload of work. Oh, poor him. I'm pretty sure Rumpel does less around here than me. At least I finish the work I am given. Unlike Rumpel, who gets distracted by every single thing. He's like me. He procrastinates his work a lot. And I'm like, yes, I relate. Same. Dear Anna, if you've called me here, then you must want to confess something to me. What? Perhaps you'll confess your undying love for me. No. Oh, God. This is what I need right now. This is what I need. Rumpel, you're making me feel so much better with your stupid flirting and your remarks. I want to slap you, but I want to hug you like thank you. I scowl at him and cross my arms. I came to ask you for advice, but perhaps I'll go ask someone else. You came to ask my advice? Rumpel stares at me, clearly shocked. I guess it's because out of all the people I would ask, he probably seems the least likely. Yeah, you are. The one person I would actually go and see is Karma. But I'm sorry, we're not doing Karma right now. We're doing you. And I love you. And I respect you. Then I will assist, my sweet princess. Oh, God. He looks... What kind of advice are you looking for? Perhaps you'd like to learn how to make a man swoon? Or how to stroke the embers of the heart? Oh my God. Is flirting the only thing that is ever on his mind? Apparently, yes! I came because I want you to teach me about goodness. Goodness? But my sweet, all of the advice that I just suggested would teach you just that. Being romantic will not teach me how to do good. Rumpel dramatically places a hand over his heart. Oh, you wound me, princess. How dare you? But being romantic is good. Don't you see the smiles on the lovely ladies' faces when I speak with them? I cannot imagine why they smile like that. Rumpel's persistence is annoying. To be romantic and loving, that is the epitome of the goodness. Show someone affection and they will return it twofold. I can only stare at Rumpel as I wonder why I even decided to ask him. Because he's interesting. Or you could just be kind. Everyone is kind in their own way, princess. So, what do you say? Perhaps you would like to practice on me? I'm sure your smile would brighten up my week. No, I'm certain of it. You will not see me smile until later, that's for sure. I have work. I quickly turn and leave before Rumpel can continue. If I have to be romantic to earn a good deed, I'd rather be cursed like this forever. Oh. Alright, fast forward. Alright, asking for help again. We're gonna turn to Rumpel! Again! I find Rumpel taking a break at one of the tables. Surprisingly, he is not by himself, and not surrounded by the usual blushing ladies. Well, thank fuck. You are not surrounded by a flock of ladies? You must have done something to offend them. Straight to the point. Rumpel looks at me, the surprise apparent on his face. Princess, have you come to mend my broken heart? Yes and no. Excuse me? I was speaking with a lady here only hours ago when she told me that she was betrothed to someone else. That happened hours ago and you were still sitting here? Rumpel places his chin on the palm of his hand, looking very tired. In mourning! The heart is a fragile thing, princess. Uh-huh. Won't you help me heal my shattered heart? Not right now. Rumpel stares at me when I do not answer. That could count as a good deed, you know. Helping you would count as a good deed? Doing things out of kindness of your heart is a good deed, Princess. The kindness of my heart? Why would I want to help you when you've done nothing for me? Kindness isn't a thing that needs to be necessarily returned, Princess. Single instances of affection can make a heart lighter. Why does he always go through the trouble of making his words sound so much fancier? I will not help you mend your broken heart because that would be an act of stupidity, not kindness. Rumpel's shoulders slump as he frowns. Aw, it's okay. If I were there, I would have hugged you. Not kiss you or anything, but just like hug you and pat, like a good friend. It'll be okay. Now my heart is even more fragmented. You suffer from a broken heart every day you are rejected. Of course, because to pour your heart out to someone only to be rejected by is a cruel fate, Princess. You probably deserved rejection, what with the way you flirt with everyone. So no, I'm not going to help you. Deal with your own broken heart. Kinda cruel, you know? I turn around and walk away. The act Rumpel puts on are annoying. Alright! Skipping forward till we choose Rumpel. You're back. Alright! Time to choose her out. Oh god. The only one we can't choose right now is Rumpel. Don't worry, Waltz. Next time. Alright. Let's move on to Rumpel's route. Can't wait for more of his flirtatious charms. Chapter 3, The Flatterer. That sounds like him. I do not know why the first person that popped into my mind was Rumpel. Anyone would be questioning that, but anyway. Just because he puts a smile on ladies' faces with his flirting does not mean he can help me do a good deed. You never know. And yet, here I am. I find Rumpel on break, surrounded by a few giggling ladies. His hands make dramatic sweeping gestures as he showers them with compliments. Oh god, and you, my sweet, are like sunshine peeking through the clouds on a dark day. Rumpel, chill, calm yourself. You litter the ground with so much golden light and make every flower reach out toward your warmth. On second thought, maybe I should reconsider. Princess! Rumpel notices me, however, and immediately wavers me over. Fuck's sake. as soon as we enter, save. So actually, I was talking to one of my friends that I was playing the routes and stuff, and they told me they finished Rumpel's route and got the good ending, which was pretty good. They were like, whatever you do, you need to be total tsundere on him, like total tsundere in order to get the good ending. So I'm just like, really? That kind of sounds like me though. But I really want to get the good ending too, so if she says to be tsundere, then I guess we gotta turn and walk away. Let's see what happens. I just remembered that I have something to do. I turn around to start walking away, but I am immediately stopped when I feel Rumpel's hand on my shoulder. I slap his hand away. Fierce, as always. You remind me of a rose with thorns, Princess. He leans closer and winks at me. Fuck! But the thorns are what make the rose so alluring. Are you always so persistent, or do you actually want me to slap you? Your slapping me is but a small blockade in the road. I will never give up on you, Princess. Does he enjoy when I purposely try to ignore him? The more brilliantly sparkling gems are buried deep within the ground and take much effort to unearth. What? Princess, you are like one of those gems. Oh, yeah, I was right then. No, I am not like a gem. Rumpel, what would you do with someone like her? What? Ren is like a budding flower, and I want to do my best to help her bloom in whatever way that I can. You've come to me for advice, right? How did he know? The look of shock on your face is adorable and so absolutely satisfying. It seems I hit the nail right on the head. Rumpel, she is obviously too stubborn to admit that she needs your help. These women are infuriating. Okay, no, this is the first thing we know. Rumpel leans a little closer to me and suddenly he's whispering in my ear. Let me tell you something, Princess. Making a person happy just to see them smile is definitely a good deed. Huh? Making someone feel important is never a disservice. What do you think? I'm pretty knowledgeable, aren't I? All he ever talks about is doting on people, flirting with them, and making them smile. Rumpel continues talking, which is why I will make an excellent partner. I take a step back, and Rumpel is now looking at me with a triumphant smile. Oh, God. Thank you, Rumpel. You managed to put a blush on my face. How did you... I am very perceptive, Princess. You overheard my conversation with Parfait? She told me about it. She did? Only briefly. So you're not perceptive at all. Oh, you ruined me again, Princess. Princess, you cannot see it, but I am drowning in my own tears. Okay, please. He just assumed I was going to be partners with him, which is very annoying. I do not even know why I was considering partnering up with Rumpel when he says the same things over and over again. And, excuse me, I do not think I could be around him day in and day out. Oh my, who do I spot here? Don't, Delora, I love you, but don't say anything about this. Delora appears before us, a sly smile on her face. Slacking off, you two? I'm on a break. That break ended about 5 minutes ago, Rumpel. And Princess, I think there's a broom that needs attending. Fine. There's no use complaining, and I would rather get away from Rumpel. Rumpel turns to the ladies and smiles. My lovely ladies, I will be back later, and I promise that we will continue our conversation without any interruptions. Oh, and Princess, we'll continue our conversation later as well. Lucette / Reina is not amused. I walk off before Rumpel can try to shower more of his compliments onto me. Making a person happy just to see them smile. Can such a thing really be considered a good deed? Yes. The days at the tavern go by quickly over the next week. Princess? Princess? You've been staring off into space. I was just thinking. I just finished using Mr. Broom, and now I'm helping Annie sort some of the shelves in the back. Rumpel has taken up the serving for today. The women are always enjoying him, but the men are always glaring at him. Of course, he's a flirt. They're jealous of Rumpel, I think. Oh, poor innocent Anise. Who? The other men. Anise looks over at the men that are glaring at Rumpel as he drifts between tables. I'm worried about Rumpel, too. What are you talking about? You were looking at Rumpel with a funny expression on your face. No, I wasn't. My words are clipped and my voice is cold. Anise looks at me sadly, but I do not care. What I do is none of her business. I think the girls are jealous of you, too. What? I glance around the tavern and notice that there are girls glaring at me. I am not accustomed to these glares, since people have always looked at me this way. During the times I left the palace, people gave me the same looks, but this feels different somehow. Why would they be jealous? Because you're Rumpel's partner. I am not his partner. You're not? He's been telling everyone that you are. Rumpel, sweetie, please. You actually basically are my partner, but please. I never agreed to being partners with him. Speak of the devil, I felt your longing gaze upon my back, and I have arrived, my princess. Rumpel suddenly appears before the two of us, smiling brightly. Hello, dear. I suddenly have this strong urge to slap the smile right off his face. Oh, dear, please don't. We are not partners. But princess, you asked for my advice. Advice that I gave to you because I care. No one else cares as much about you as I. Karma cares. Waltz cares. Fritz is not here, but he cares. Rod, it's gonna take some time to care for him. And so I proclaimed us both partners because we are a match made in heaven. Keep telling yourself that. You're so overwhelmed with gratitude that you are at a loss for words. If I could throw something at you, I would. A punch packed with as much strength as your love. I can only groan in response. Ugh! Oh my. Hello, everyone. It sounds like you're having fun. How is this fun? Rumpel is never fun. All he ever does is spout nonsense. He doesn't mean any harm, Princess. He's just filled to the brim with so many compliments and he needs to get them off his chest. Well, he can go direct them at one of his many other adoring fans. I shift my gaze to Rumpel and furrow my eyebrows at him. Or do you only direct them at me because you enjoy how much I ignore you? I only wanted to help, Princess. That's what partners do, right? But we are not partners. Just try this partnership out, Princess. I promise it will be worth your while. Nothing ventured, nothing gained, Princess. You can always change partners. Lady Parfait, you've broken my heart. Oh, you're very good at healing your broken heart by now, Rumpel. Oh, she called you out. Anyway, I'm sorry to interrupt. I only needed to speak with Anise to make sure that she doesn't need any help with a particular list. A list? A list of herbs for me. Anise has been nice enough to gather herbs for me. Lady Parfait, is this about your body? What's wrong with your body? It's nothing to concern yourself with, Princess. My body is just a little frail because of a burden on it. That's right. Parfait mentioned having to bear the crystallum lucis. A thought occurs to me as I look at her more closely. Wait, couldn't you use magic to heal yourself? Parfait shakes her head and sighs. I don't have the ability to heal. None of us do, except for one particular witch who calls herself the Witch Doctor. Witch Doctor? Is something wrong? Rumpel shakes his head and gives a wistful smile. That name just sounds familiar. It's likely you heard about her from someone else before. Humans do know of her existence after all. A witch? She's not a fairy? For some reason, I thought fairies would be more likely to heal people, not witches. She's indeed a witch. That is what they say. Though I have never met her myself. She's the only one who can heal illnesses with magic. She doesn't associate with other witches, though, and keeps to herself. Nobody has known where to find her for a very long time. Suffice it to say, we could never seek out help from her, even if we wanted to. Parfait shakes her head. No, unfortunately not. Rumpel looks grim, but Parfait quickly dissipates the gloomy atmosphere with a clap of her hands. If Delora was here, she would say, "All right, story time is over." That was all very interesting. But this does not really help anyone. Your body is the way that it is because of the Great War, then? Like I told you before, the Great War had made my body a lot weaker. This is something that cannot be healed. And I don't have an heir, so... Parfait looks about ready to say something, but goes silent. She has a sad look on her face, and I don't understand why. Anise immediately speaks up. I think I'll be okay, Lady Parfait. I was actually going to go on an errand run in a few minutes. Do you need any help? I'll be more than happy to escort a lovely lady like yourself around town. Anise pulls a list out from a bag nearby and holds it out. There are only a few items on the list, as far as I can see. Don't worry about it, Rumpel. It's not that much at all. Rumpel stares at the list. His expression suddenly smooths into something more serious. May I have that? Anise hands him the list, and slowly he takes a pen out from his pocket. I stare as he looks over the list quietly, and then scribbles some things down at the bottom. Afterwards, he hands it over to Anise. Please tell me you didn't just make up some stuff so you could come along with her. I've added some things that might be helpful. The herbs on that list are for joint pains, and you might want something a little more general. How does he know all that? Everyone is staring at Rumpel with wide eyes. Even Parfait looks impressed. You've used herbs before, Rumpel? Maybe? I don't remember, but for some reason names came to the top of my head. I was looking at the list. Thank you. It is always my pleasure to help a lovely lady. Now, Anise, please let me accompany you to town. Well, I already know why he knows the herbs, because of Fritz's route, so yay. I would love to help with whatever I can, and more names might come to me. That sounds nice. Thank you, Rumpel. Rumpel turns to me, a mischievous smile on his face. Don't give me that look. Whenever he looks at me like that, I know he's going to suggest something ridiculous. Princess Reina should accompany us for the experience. I do not need experience. How are you going to shower people with compliments if you know nothing about them? Being out in town will be good for you. Rumpel has a point. The more you expand your world, the more willing you are to learn more about people. I do not need to be lectured. Oh, Princess, it wasn't meant to be a lecture. I'm just letting you know that experience is invaluable. Come on, Princess, let's just go to the lovely Annies around town. What about your work? Oh my god, please stop. Rumpel puts a finger to my lips and grins. No one seems to have thought of that, so it will be our little secret. I slap his hand away, but he... Fuck, let me go back. I slap his hand away, but he just grins at me jovially. I can't pronounce that, I'm sorry. How did I get dragged into this? Please, don't stay out too long. We won't. Excuse me. I make my way into town with Rumpel and Anise. The majority of the conversations we have are one-sided, with Rumpel giving us both the usual compliments. He never seems to tire of it. Rumpel helps Anise pick certain herbs and a few other medications and accepts all of the compliments she gives him with a triumphant smile. I know Anise knows about herbs because she helped me before, but how does Rumpel know so much about them? This must be a part of the past that he doesn't remember. Anise enters the store by herself at one point, leaving me alone with Rumpel. I'm a mysterious man, aren't I? I turn to look at him and notice the easy smile adorning his face. A man with amnesia is full of secrets after all. I bet you're even more curious about me. Women are always love mysterious men. I do not particularly care. But Princess, if my curse is my amnesia, then shouldn't you care somehow? As partners, we're going to help each other out, right? I do not see how I can help you with your amnesia. Ah, maybe this is a spell that is only broken by a true love's kiss. Shall we see? Rumpel, I love you, but no. That's not how Rumpelstiltskin works. Okay. He leans toward me with a playful smile on his face. I'm accustomed to this behavior by now, so this does not faze me, and I merely sigh at his nonsense. You already said yourself that you need to gather entries from some kind of journal. Ah, Princess, you're no fun. A little kiss wouldn't hurt anyone. I would die before I kiss you. Ouch! Ouch! Princess, that's so sad. He says that, but he is still smiling. Why is he so unfazed by everything I say to him? You only ever have terrible suggestions. It was a mistake to trust you might have good advice. But I have great ideas. You haven't helped with my curse at all. I haven't tried, though. You haven't even told me how to get a good deed. I told you before, Princess. Compliments make a person happy, and making a person happy is a good deed. So you flirting with women and using shallow compliments on them is a good deed? On the surface, the compliments may seem shallow, but if you swim a little deeper, complimenting people cannot be a good deed. But making them happy is. All you have to do is listen to people, sympathize with them, maybe get to know them, and you can make them happy by doing even small things for them. Women enjoy the compliments, Princess. Besides, how could I see such beauties and not compliment them? It would be a disservice. You give compliments to people you do not even care about. Princess. Rumpel's voice trails off as he stares past me. His smile falters for a few moments, and a look of confusion ripples his features. I turn to follow his gaze and see a small boy staring at us. He is shyly hiding behind some kind of notebook. Aw, he's so cute! There is that seriousness again. It was the same thing that happened when he added something to the list for parfait. Then suddenly, the expression changes to Rumpel's usual bright smile. Hello there. Would you like to come and speak with us, young sir? You don't remember me, sir? Oh, do I know you? I used to come by your clinic. You saved me before. There we go. The boy draws closer to us, still hiding shyly behind his notebook. Ah, I'm sorry, little sir. I'm afraid my memories are a bit scrambled right now. I can't even remember my own name. Really? Where is Anise? Why is she taking so long? The last thing I want to hear is a conversation between Rumpel and some child. Is he going to shower this boy with compliments too? Well, I don't know. It's a shame that I can't remember a boy as bright as yourself. And there it is. I'm not that bright, sir. Not as bright as you, but I want to be. He holds up his notebook, which has a small name scribbled in the corner. The words "My Dreams" are written in the front cover in cursive letters. What's this? I want to be just like you when I grow up, so I started a book of dreams just like my mom told me to. She said I could become a doctor too, so long as I tried my best. A doctor? You forgot that you were a doctor, sir? Rumpel? A doctor? The boy continues to hold out the book, and finally Rumpel takes it and flips it open to the front page. Rumpel is holding the book close to his face so I cannot see it. I rise to the tip of my toes and attempt to look over his shoulder. At first, Rumpel does not notice me as he stares at the page. Then belatedly, he realizes I am there and lowers the book so that I can read too. I lean so close to him our shoulders brush. My eyes scan over the page quickly. The handwriting is crude, barely readable actually, but I can still make out the gist of it. Rumpel slowly reads the words aloud. When I'm older, I want to be exactly like the kind doctor that saved me when I had no one else to go to. The boy's face flushes as Rumpel reads his words aloud before his curious gaze lands on me. I don't remember you. I look at the boy, irritated. Are you the doctor's wife? Oh! God! Oh, God, that's so funny. Rumpel suddenly looks up, eyes wide. He looks down at the boy, then at me, his face suddenly solemn. I am surprised by the words that leave his mouth next. Oh my God. God. This is like Karma's route all over again, except Karma did it with, or Claude did it with good intentions. This is just, Rumpel, no. Yes, she is. He takes my hand in his and looks down at me, an almost sad look on his face. What is wrong with him? Save, fuck, I don't know what to do. Which is more tsundere? Pull a hand or slap him? Slap him seems to be more tsundere, but, let's be nice. Pull my hand away. Let's see what happens. He has such a strange look on his face. Slowly, I try to pull my hand away, but Rumpel holds tightly to it. The sadness in his eyes becomes intense anxiety, and I see something like fear dancing in his eyes. You really think it was my fault? What? Sir? Rumpel squeezes my hand a little too tightly. He looks at me desperately. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Let me go! I finally managed to pry my hand free. Rumpel looks at me for a few moments, almost bewildered, and then his eyes suddenly widen. He looks back at the journal, then at me. Oh, I think I blanked out. I'm sorry, Princess. All at once, the sheepish smile breaks into something cheerful again. He is still smiling at me, even though I was so curt with him. Rumpel is so confusing. The boy looks bewildered. Was that not the right choice? Don't worry about that, little sir. The only thing here, this one here is a feisty thing. I deserved whatever she just did. So she's not your wife, sir? Rumpel looks a little surprised, and then he laughs. Unfortunately, no. This beautiful lady here is not my wife. Maybe I should have slapped him? Maybe I should have slapped him? Should I have slapped him? Even I do not know. I'm gonna go back and choose to slap him to see what happens. Oh my God, I'm gonna feel bad for slapping him. Be right back. Alright, we're gonna slap him. Jesus Lord. Let go of me! Rumpel's eyes crease with worry as he holds tightly to my hand. The sadness in his eyes becomes anxiety, and I see something like fear dancing in his eyes. You really think it was my fault? The look in his eyes is so vacant, almost like he's looking through me. It is as if he's in some kind of trance. The way he looks at me makes my skin crawl. His grip on my hand tightens, making me shudder. Rather than slap his hand away, I reach out with my free hand and slap his face. Oh, okay. I stare, perplexed, at the sudden bafflement on Rumpel's face. Did the slap to the face knock him out of that strange trance? He's being even stranger than normal, and the intensity of the look in his eyes is scaring me. Rumpel stares at me for a few moments, blinking slowly. Oh no, I blanked out. I'm sorry, Princess. What just happened to him? The way he was speaking was so strange, almost like he was in some kind of trance. But I know how people are. They lie and they put on faces. I'm sorry for spacing out. If I invaded your space, then I'm sorry. You are apologizing? Rumpel puts a hand to his cheek where I slapped him. I think I deserve that. Okay, slapping gets him a point then. Thanks for getting me out of whatever that was. All at once, the sheep smiles cheerful. Okay. Skip, lip, 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 lip. The beautiful lady is not my wife. Rumpel absently rubs at the back of his neck as he looks up at the sky. I'm not entirely sure of what just happened, but it seems like I recovered something very important today. Or the beginnings of something important. Something important? Is he talking about a memory? He hands the book back to the boy. Then he leans down and sets a hand on the boy's head. A bell chimes behind us as Anise comes out of the store, carrying a bag filled with what I assume are herbs and medicines. The boy once again cowers behind his book. Oh, who's this? The wonderful little sir that helped me regain a very important memory. An important memory? Rumpel stands, looking triumphant. I, my good lady, am a doctor. Oh, really? Truly. Rumpel turns back to the boy, who he asks a few more questions. He even asks the boy his name, but much to my surprise, the boy shakes his head. I'm sure you told me your name, but I don't remember it. It is like my curse. No one remembers me being a princess, and no one remembers Rumpel's true name. Rumpel thanks the boy again many times over, and even buys him a few pieces of candy. Aww, he's so cute. The boy's eyes are practically glowing with excitement, and he does not stop smiling. After we see him off and start to head back to the tavern, I begin to contemplate. I'm curious about something. Oh? You said that you needed to fill your journal with memories in order to get them back, but the journal you just read wasn't yours. It appears not. It seems that the 3 entries that trigger my memories just need to be written by people I know. Reading them triggers a memory, and then the full entry probably appears in my journal. I ought to check it when I get back. I see. But even without looking into the entry, a memory came to your mind? Rumpel gives a short, distracted nod. It's not complete, so I am hoping that something really has appeared in my journal. It feels like it must, considering I remembered something so important. Do you remember anything else at all? My voice. The young man that we just met. I believe that he used to come watch me work before. I knew him. He used to look up to me. He was a sweet child. The memory is foggy, but yes, I believe something did happen to him. He became ill. The details of how I saved him must be in the journal. Even though this does not pertain to my curse, I am curious what his journal might say. I can't remember fully, but the memory feels sad somehow. He turns to me, eyebrows knit together. It is strange to see him with such a serious expression on his face. I really am sorry about earlier, Princess. I think I was on the verge of a memory, but then it got tangled up in my head. I am surprised by his sudden change in topic. I shake my head slowly. He is quiet for a few moments, but suddenly a smile comes back and he's laughing jovially. Don't know how to pronounce that still, telling us that there is no point in worrying. At the town's outskirts, I turn, feeling eyes on my back, but no one is there. Okay. We give Parfait the medicines we purchased in town as soon as we arrive back at the margin. Then Rumpel proudly announces that he is a doctor to anyone that will listen to him. Everyone seems happy for him, save for the margin patrons that find Rumpel annoying, who are mostly men. Afterwards, Rumpel asks Anise if he might be able to take over the medications for Parfait, if only because Anise is busier than him. Rumpel hasn't been at the march in long, and yet he's already found something to help break his curse. And then there's me. I do not think anyone will be able to help me. At the end of the night, when I finally have time to myself, I return to my room to rest. The next day, I am sent right back to my chores. Rumpel is nowhere to be seen in the morning, and Anise says it is because he is tending to Parfait. He appears later in the afternoon, still full of smiles and still flattery as he goes back to serving. How does he have so much energy? 'Cause it's Rumpel. Duh. At the end of the day, I plop down on the settee to rest. My legs are weak from all the walking I have done today, and I can still feel the tiredness of my arms from all the sweeping with Mr. Broom. Princess? I noticed Annie standing beneath the doorway, smiling at me uncertainly. Thank you for your work today. Why is she thanking me for work what I obviously do not want to do? It is not as if I asked to do any of this. But you still help. Annie nervously shifts on her feet. So, I just wanted to say thanks. Yo, if this route helps us get closer to Annie's, I will be so happy because Annie's deserves some love, man. We treated her cruelly just because of some accident, and I just want to be friends with her too, just like Emmeline. I want to be friends with her as well, just to regain everything that we've lost. When I do not make any effort to continue speaking with her, Annie gives a nervous little nod before heading back toward her room. Not long after her departure, I hear an exuberant and familiar voice. Oh God. I should count my lucky stars, for they are giving me a rare opportunity to meet with my lovely princess this late at night. I should have gone to my room. Rumpel stops before me, winking. The moonlight on your face makes your beautiful eyes sparkle like the most precious gold, princess. I am not in the mood for your flattery. But princess, flattery is just a compilation of compliments. Everyone loves compliments. I do not care for your compliments. Or Lady Anice's thanks either. You heard that? You should learn to let people spoil you. I stare at him. That is the last thing I have ever expected anyone to say. My whole life I have been called spoiled and rotten, the Ice Princess. Even Delore and Parfait want me to do these good deeds because they think I am incapable of goodness. I clench my fists and continue to stare at him, not understanding the swell of emotion inside of me. Why is he being so nice to me? Your first lesson is learning how to let people spoil you. He draws back his hand, reaches into his pocket, and presents me with a small yellow bag. What's this? For you, my sweet princess. Really? Oh, save. I want to accept the gift so much. I really do, but my friends have said to be tsundere, so I hope she's right. Sorry, Rumpel, I can't accept your gift. I cannot accept your gift. But princess, my advice. You have no reason to spoil me. Princess, this is what I've been trying to explain to you all day. You don't need a reason to spoil someone. It doesn't always have to be about paying someone back. Rumpel smiles, a little sheepishly. Then he places the bag in my hand and curls my fingers around it. You deserve nice things, princess. You barely know me, and yet you still say that? Barely know you? We may not have known each other personally, but that doesn't mean I don't know enough about you. That gave us a point, apparently. I am giving you this gift because I truly want you to have it. Besides, this is both a thank you and an apology gift. A thank you for accepting me as your partner, and an apology for my behavior yesterday. I don't remember what I did, but both you and the boy seemed frightened. Aww, that's cute. I looked down at the little bag. I opened it up, and inside is a little white chocolate piece fashioned into the shape of a flower. A lily. It's not much, but you absolutely must accept it, princess. Otherwise, my guilt would drown me in dark shadows of sorrow for the rest of time. Please stop. But, of course, we heard in Princess Route that her favorite flower is lilies. So, I think she would actually appreciate this. Lilies are my favorite flower. See? They say you give a white lily to someone you enjoy spending time with. Oh, and in floral language, they also stand for purity and majesty. He winks at me. Perfect for you, princess. Why? Why what? Why would you give this to me? No matter what you say about doing nice things for people, I don't see how that applies to me. And why would you thank me for being your partner? I did not even want to be your partner at first. Will you do now? I am unable to withhold my surprise. Rumpel raises an eyebrow, then sighs. Princess. Oh, fuck. I think... Let me go back. Alright. Princess, you don't trust compliments, do you? Mother always told me that people were two-sided, that they'd say anything to make you believe they were your friend. No. Never fear, my sweet princess. I'll make sure I compliment you until you learn to accept them. But... No buts. I derive my happiness from making ladies like yourself happy. The compliments may seem strange to you, but don't worry, you'll see it in time. See what? The connections between people. You assume I'm just a flirt, but I get to know an awful lot about people. It's the reason I can guess so much about you. What could Rumpel possibly know about me? So, what do you think? Are you more attracted to me now because of my mysterious aura? Or my doctorly sophistication? Okay, I'm not romantically interested yet, but I am interested in more about Rumpel's past and everything, what his memories are, besides being a doctor. So, yeah. Oh my god. He leans closer to me, his eyes sparkling. I could be your own personal doctor. No thanks? I will slap you if you touch me again. Rumpel pulls back and raises both of his hands in surrender, but the smile does not leave his face. You really are hopeless, aren't you? Do you think so? I thought the events from today might have proven otherwise. Oh, speaking of which, I read over my journal earlier. His expression becomes oddly solemn. Shall I enlighten you? Why would you tell me all of this? Oh, you're not interested? I thought you might be, since I was your partner. If I don't listen, you'll still tell me regardless. So feel free to share. Rumpel sighs as he flips the journal open. Unfortunately, it was not much. The memory began coming together again as I was reading, but a lot of it still doesn't make sense. I glanced down at the entry he has stopped at. Look at the bottom of the page, princess. I follow his gaze to the bottom of the page and pause, noticing a conspicuous gap. There's no signature, and I always sign the end of every entry I write. I wonder if that might be the final piece of the puzzle. The final piece of your curse? If my name refuses to show up in the book, it may very well be the final memory I need to regain. You'll believe that the signature will be what gives you your true name, then? I have a feeling that might be the case. It was the first thing I noticed when the entry appeared. That would explain why the boy in town didn't know my name either. And there's something else. Something else that is missing? The journal entry is cryptic at best. Vague, almost like an incomplete puzzle piece. I stare at him, not understanding why. Slowly, Rumpel begins to explain. It says here that the boy's family rushed him to my clinic. He had a terminal illness that I could not cure. He was at death's door and I couldn't save him. But he's still alive, isn't he? He even said you saved him. Yes, there is a resolution in the journal, but that it is not very helpful. I glance down at the journal entry as Rumpel continues to speak. I refused to give up. I knew that there had to be a way to save the boy. I never gave up on my patients. In the journal entry, I describe someone who came to help me save the boy. He lifts the book and points to the words, reading them aloud. I met her for the first time tonight. She told me she had come some way to help the boy, so we struck a deal. I hope we do not come to regret this. He snaps the journal shut, startling me. He sighs as he runs a hand through his hair. That's it. Someone helped me somehow, and I made a deal. I'm assuming this is related to my curse, but I can't say how. Why did you write so vaguely? I wish I could ask my past self that same question. So in the end, you're still not sure when you were cursed. Rumpel pauses, then shakes his head. I believe it started here. Not the curse, but the events that led to it. There's a reason this is the first memory to be triggered. It's important. Ah, wait. it's just a theory here, but maybe the deal he made with someone, or it sounds like a lady, I guess. But maybe that he made a deal with her somehow, and I assume that she was a witch and somehow miraculously saved the boy. But I think he didn't keep his end of the deal or something, or she saw something and kind of heartbreaking or something, and she ended up cursing him with the memories as an act of him betraying her if he actually broke the deal. That's my theory, but I'm not sure if it's true. That could be possible. For a few moments, the two of us are quiet. Rumpel's curse is a mystery, not because he is hiding it like Karma is, but because he does not understand it himself. After a few moments, Rumpel begins to laugh, breaking the silence. I look at him, startled. What's so funny? Oh, it's not funny. It's just... This is all very mysterious, isn't it? And my mysterious past makes me more alluring, doesn't it? Only Rumpel could take such a serious moment and change it into this. And I applaud him because he makes me laugh every time something serious happens, and I just want to be cheered up. He cheers me up. Like, he cheered me up right now after the whole thing in Fritz's route. Well, what do you think, Princess? Are you drawn into the mystery of it? I have no choice. You'd tell me even if I didn't want to know. Oh, but you do! I can see the curiosity in your lovely golden eyes. And I could see it earlier today, too. Thank you for accompanying me to town. I believe that I only met the boy because you were there to guide my way. We were looking for medical supplies. That boy appeared through mere coincidence. No, it was more than coincidence. It was destiny. Fine, whatever you say. Listening to him is exhausting. It makes me realize how tired I am. All of these revelations are making my head spin. I'm going to bed now. I'm too tired of this. For this. It has indeed been a busy day. We will continue this enlightening discussion some other time. Perhaps. I turn to walk away with a little chocolate in my hands. As I walk back toward the darkness of the hallway, Rumpel's soft voice echoes behind me. Sweet dreams, my princess. Oh, God. Chapter 4, A Compliment's Value. Oh, Lord. More memories, but I'm sorry, we're gonna have to stop here for today. We'll continue more of Cinderella phenomenon in the next video. Oh God, Rumpel made me feel so much better, honestly. This was just... I love Rumpel for cheering me up after the whole thing that happened in Fritz's route. I'm just happy. At least we regained a memory for him in his curse. We're helping him in some way. But yeah, so with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you guys would like to see more of my videos, click subscribe. Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!